35. Here's what we know. Not much. Mike Brown was shot in Ferguson on Saturday. We know, according to the police officers, they say there was an altercation where Mike Brown and the police officer ended up in the police car. One shot was fired in the car, and then we know that Mike Brown ran out of the car, and about 10 yards outside of the car, he was shot and killed by a Ferguson police officer. We do not know the name of that Ferguson police officer. We do not know the race of that Ferguson police officer. That's all we know. And
we do know he's been on the force for 6 years.
6 years?
Yes. And he is on paid administrative leave.
Gotcha. And we now know that the officer is white. That's been confirmed? Frank says it has been confirmed the officer is white. Okay. I'm sorry, Kelly Jackson. He's been on the force for 6 years.
Right. He is on paid administrative leave, and they questioned him day of shooting, but they did a more extensive questioning yesterday.
That's all we know.
Right.
And then we also know from the pictures this morning is that looting took place in the West Florissant Avenue area, all around a Quick Trip, which has been utterly destroyed, was caught on fire. Pictures of a fire last night, as well as other businesses along West Florissant Avenue. There's a group called Anonymous. Anonymous is a group it's a loosely based group of international network of computer hackers. They're called hacktivists. And they have targeted PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, Sony, as well as others. They have posted a video online. This group of Anonymous now is targeting the city of Ferguson. Here is that video that this group, Anonymous, posted on YouTube.
Greetings, world. We are Anonymous. On August 9th in Ferguson, Missouri, the 17-year-old and unarmed Mike Brown was shot several times and killed by an officer of the Ferguson Police Department. His body was left to lie in a pool of blood in the sweltering heat for hours while 15 police departments militarized the area against protesters, sealed the roads leading to Ferguson in a vain attempt to prevent protesters from reaching the city. The police has clearly crossed a line in the sand. For this reason, Anonymous will not be satisfied this time, as we have in the past, with simply obtaining justice for this young man and his family. Anonymous demands that the congressional representatives and senators from Missouri introduce legislation entitled Mike Brown's Law that will set strict national standards for police conduct and misbehavior in the USA. To the good people of Ferguson, take heart, and take your streets. You are not alone. We will support you in every way possible. Occupy every square inch of your city. Demand justice. Staying silent today could result in the death of your kid tomorrow. To the Ferguson Police Department and any other jurisdictions who are deployed to the protests, we are watching you very closely. If you abuse, harass, or harm in any way the protesters in Ferguson, we will take every web-based asset of your departments and governments offline. That is not a threat, it is a promise. Attacking the protesters will result in the release of personal information on every single member of the Ferguson Police Department, as well as any other jurisdiction that participates in the abuse of this state's own law. We will seize all your databases and emails pools and dump them on the internet. This is your first and last warning. The time has come for more than simple justice for these atrocities. The time has come to draw a line in the sand. The time has come to bring those to justice who serve to protect us, not kill us. Until justice prevails, hack and protest will replace it. Operation Ferguson engaged. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Ferguson, expect us.
That is from a group called Anonymous. It was posted on YouTube. They're known as, some people have described them as a cyber lynch mob, cyber terrorists. Time magazine once called Anonymous one of the most influential people in the world. Thousands and thousands of people all around the world subscribe to the Anonymous philosophy. They've gone after PayPal, MasterCard, Visa, Sony, as I said, to name a few. Now it looks like they're going after the Ferguson Police Department.
And it looks like they are apparently succeeding because their web is down and their personal cells phones and addresses have been hacked.
So the Ferguson police
are reporting that.
Are reporting that their website is now down, has been overloaded, and that their personal information has been
Yes.
Has been
personal
hacked.
cells and addresses of officers have been hacked. That is according to one of our reporters.
So Anonymous carried through with their threat, if you will, and hacked into the Ferguson Police Department and released or hacked all of their personal information. That's the latest. 7:40. I want to get back to the shooting because I want to keep this separate because there's two separate issues. And this is something else that I've heard numerous times. First of all, it wasn't sweltering heat on Saturday. Second of all, the body, I guess, was left out with a sheet while they were conducting the investigation.
Yeah, and that did get a lot of the people there very angry for many hours. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know anything about a police scene or anything, but you certainly don't want to move anything until all the evidence has been collected. So if they would have moved the body sooner rather than when it was finished, as terrible as it is, you want as much information as possible, and you want it to be untouched.
As Chief Belmar said yesterday, you only have one chance to get everything right.
Correct.
And to collect that evidence. And as horrible as it was to have his body yet covered and you still see the blood through the sheet, I don't know why they had to leave it out for so long, but they had to collect enough evidence.
Right.
So
and if it were moved earlier, then people would complain you are disturbing the evidence, you're covering things up. This is a situation where the authorities can't win or lose in this situation. You want them to get all the facts, and then you criticize them for the way they are getting all the facts. 7:42. We'll have more of this throughout the morning here on the Big